Zubbie!
Hello, this is Zubbie. Today we are going to be taking a look at Diamond Select Toys, Marvel Select Spectacular Spider-Man. This particular Spider-Man is a Disney Store and MarvelStore.com exclusive, and it retails for $24.95 in the US. This guy just arrived in the mail for me yesterday, so let's open him up and see what he can do. My first impression of this guy is I really like him. The black webbing on his costume is not only painted, but it's also raised, so there's molded detail all over him. I love how many extra little accessories this Spider-Man comes with. Included, you receive an unmasked Peter Parker head, a little camera, his mask to hold in his hand, an extra pair of relaxed hands, a set of interchangeable fists, and a final set of hands that are gripping hands that have a hole in them that you could string a webbing through. Here's a closer look at the unmasked Peter Parker head. Now the head with the mask on it popped off of Spider-Man's body easily, but I did have some trouble trying to get the Peter Parker head on. I ended up having to warm up the head using my hairdryer just to soften the plastic a bit. But now that I've changed the heads a few times, it's much easier. And the same can be said of the hands, although the hands are a lot easier to change than the heads. This spectacular Spider-Man stands right at 7 inches tall, and here he is compared to the Marvel Legends Spider-Man from the Hobgoblin wave. Now let's take a look at his articulation. Spider-Man's head spins all the way around, and when I was spinning it, I noticed it sure looks like there's a hinge to move his head down, but either the joint on mine is stuck or it's not actually a hinge. And then he has a joint at his diaphragm that allows a little bit of back and forth movement. His arms do not raise up very far, but they do rotate all the way around. He has a swivel at the bicep, and then he has a hinge at his wrists, and each one of the additional hands has a hinge so that you can move the wrists back and forth. And then he has 2 joints in his elbow that allow a nice range of motion for his arm. One thing I will note with my figure is that bicep swivel on his left arm's a little loose. His right arm, it's not bad at all though. He does rotate at that diaphragm joint and also again at the waist. And then his legs rotate outwards, and he can do the splits pretty far actually. He has 2 joints in his knees that allow for a nice range of motion in his legs. He has a swivel at his calf, and then his ankles have hinges that allow up and down movement. And the ankles also have a swivel that's great when you're trying to balance him. And that's Spider-Man's articulation. If you're curious how he would fare against Spider-Gwen in the action figure pentathlon, please tune in tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, share, or subscribe, because those all really help out my channel. Thanks for watching.